Belgrade, Serbia. When a general convicted of war crimes gave a lecture last month to cadets at the military academy in Serbia's capital, he received a warm welcome from the defense minister. The nation should feel proud of veterans like the general, the bravest of the brave, the minister said. So it was no surprise that after another general, Ratko Mladic, the former Bosnian Serb commander, was convicted of genocide, crimes against humanity and other war crimes this week, President Aleksandar Vučić on Thursday called the verdict unjustified. He also told reporters, "I would like to call on everyone to start looking to the future and not to drown in tears of the past." The conviction of General Mladic, 75, whom the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia sentenced to life in prison for a campaign of genocide against in the 1990s against Muslims, Croats and other non-Serbs, was meant to close a chapter on the brutal Bosnian wars that unleashed Europe's worst atrocities since World War II. One of the tribunal's goals was to foster reconciliation in the Balkans and strike a blow against impunity for the most serious human rights abuses. But Serbia, seen as the aggressor in the wars and accused by international rights organizations of atrocities on a larger and more organized scale than any of its former enemies, has never accepted responsibility for the crimes committed in the name of the Serbian people. Serbia, political analysts say, is creeping steadily backward politically to the ominous days of the 1990s amid a groundswell of nationalist sentiment. The government in Belgrade is even welcoming convicted war criminals and associates of Slobodan Milosevic, the former dictator and indicted architect of Serbia's genocidal program who died in 2006, back into the fold. And as Russia pushes to expand its influence in the Balkans, Europe's soft underbelly, in the words of the political scientist Ivan Krastev, it is finding a receptive ally in Serbia. This comes even as the country is likely to become the next member state of the European Union. As Serbia pursues a closer relationship with Russia while enacting the difficult reforms demanded by Brussels, European officials have accused the government in Belgrade of playing a strange double game, pursuing both Brussels and Moscow for maximum benefit. In response to Serbia's creep toward Moscow, Washington pushed back in a rare public rebuke in October. Hoyt Brian Yee, the American Deputy Assistant Secretary for European and Eurasian Affairs, met with President Vučić and called on Serbia to make a decisive choice between Russia or Washington and Brussels if it wanted to join the bloc. "You cannot sit on two chairs at the same time, Mr. Yee said, especially if they are that far apart." Mr. Yee's statement rankled certain members of the Serbian leadership. "This is not a statement made by a friend or a person respecting Serbia, respecting our right to decide independently," the defense minister, Aleksandar Vulin, said last month. "Serbia makes its decisions on its own, without paying attention to the importance of those who believe that they can decide for us."